Hi. Hello. Just a quick download of my thoughts today. I'm here in Bangladesh. I just arrived a couple of days ago, and yesterday I was able to teach for the youth of Yazid in Cox's Bazar. There were about 28 students, split between male and female, and we had a really great day. It was so productive, and they were so positive. An amazing audience. I don't think I could have chosen a better uh, first group to share this with, because they were well-rounded, well-educated, and open-hearted youths, so that they were really able to give me some great feedback about the course and some of the traditional norms that exist in Bangladesh. So got lots of information during the assessments, and took a lot of notes as far as what works and what kind of approach is needed for this group of people. I was so impressed with their focus on family and their love and the gratitude that they gave for their parents and for their families and the way that they brought them up, and also how hungry they were for this knowledge. The girls received some information from their mothers on menstruation, on how to manage menstruation practically, but as far as sex education goes, the girls don't hear about that from their mothers, and the boys don't hear about it from their fathers either. So I was impressed by the young women's willingness to learn, but the young men were just enthralled. These are things they had never considered, and they asked some really great questions, and I think we had a good group where they could kind of open up and get vulnerable, and they really did ask some insightful questions and felt comfortable doing so, which I thought was really great. They loved the bracelets. That was a big deal, and they loved the completion certificates. So I'm going to continue to kind of noodle how we can best adapt this for their specific needs. It was interesting because, in Bangladesh, most people just have one or two kids, and it's in very isolated sort of pockets where they have a lot of kids. So it was so funny, their kind of response to me as a mother that has five kids, that they would have sort of looked at me as like backwoods, or because I like kids and I had a lot of them. So that was kind of fun. Kaiser was a great host. Logistically speaking, it was great. We ended up feeding them lunch, and we provided them with some like notebooks and pens and stuff like that, some supplies. But we had a really great time, and we did it fairly cost effectively. There is a lot of interest with this group in continuing the program. They wanted to keep the flip charts. There are a few of them specifically that are interested in taking further training and learning more and being able to teach this. So that's something that we can definitely look forward to see as our funding expands, and as we reach this kind of growth, to maybe put some of them through the training to be able to get certified to teach it. And they're volunteers, so really that would be something that they could maybe just be passionate about and do on their own, which would be awesome. So anyway, things are good. I'm in a place that I got to tell you, last night there was a domestic in the room next to me, and it was horrible. I've never heard sounds like that come out of a human person. It was this woman, and she was just in terrible distress. It sounded like she's being tortured, and I was so groggy. It was my first time getting a full night's sleep since in the past 4 days. So it took me a while to really figure it out, but I had asked myself, am I just going to lay here in bed and hear someone get beaten? Is she going to get killed or something? So anyway, we went outside, and it turns out he had cheated on her or something, and she was in agony and was hitting him and throwing things at him. So it calmed down, but it was challenging. Life's challenging. It's challenging everywhere. So anyway, I'm glad it chilled out, and that it wasn't what I thought it was, because man, I was dying a little bit. So anyway, I'm excited to see what comes next as we continue to do the work. Thanks.